Hi everyone, hopefully you can hear me. Thank you for joining me today on today's Facebook Live on being nice to yourself and how to invite more positivity into your life. So whoever's here, you can just type in below to see who, so I know who joined. Say a little hello so I can see. All right. Can everyone hear me? Let's see. My screen is going crazy. All right. Okay. All right. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Brooke. Let's see. Hi. All right. Good. Hi, Sarah. Thank you guys for joining me. So, for those of you who do not know me, my name is Carla Morgan, and I am a certified holistic health coach and yoga teacher. And I love anything woo-woo and anything alternative healing. So if you have any awesome things to share with me, things that you found out, just let me know. But today I wanted to talk to you about being nice to yourself and how to invite more positivity into your life. Because that's something that I've actually struggled with for a long time, and sometimes I fall off the wagon and just get in like this downward spiral of negativity, and I hate doing it, but I have found a clever way to help myself get back on track and to get back on being positive. So I want to share that with you. All right. So I came up with this idea because the other day I was walking around with my mom and my sister, and they were kind of making fun of me because throughout the week I would text them saying, "It's a beautiful day, it's so nice and warm and the sun is shining." And they would be like, "Carla, what the hell are you talking about? It's like 90 degrees and it's humid." And it was just kind of funny how they were saying that, "Oh, are you sick?" or "Why do you think this is great weather?" And it was just, they were joking around. But it kind of made me realize that the mindset that I was having that week, where I just felt really good in the heat and I felt really good with how the weather was. And it kind of got me into thinking how everyone's perception of how they're living their life is different. And we can't force our perceptions on other people, but the more positivity that we have in our mind and in ourselves, the more positivity we attract. So that's the law of attraction. So if you're always going to be in a bad mood, or you always think bad things are happening to you, then bad things are most likely going to happen to you. If you don't see that you can find a different way of viewing it, that you can be more positive about it, and that you can try to find the lesson even in the dark, bad, negative situations that you're put in. And sometimes you might not even know the answer or the lesson right away. It could be years until you really figure out, "Oh wow, okay, that's why that needed to happen." But it's always good to try to have a positive mindset so you can add more positivity into your life, and so you can attract more positivity. And it just helps with just everyday things. Have you ever had like that coworker or that friend who you really don't like being around because they're just always coming into your office gossiping, or they're always calling you up like complaining about the metro or about their life or about just every tiny little thing, and it just gets so draining. You just don't want to be around them, and you shouldn't have other people drain you and your energy, because you should try to be as positive as you can so other people can be attracted to your energy, and so they can be like, "Wow, I love how she looks at the world and how easygoing she is." And I want to be more like her. And it's just very, very simple to try to shift your mindset. And I'm not saying it's simple all the time, because there are times where it's very hard to have a positive mindset. And I'm guilty of doing that a lot of times. But the process of trying to shift your mind into a positive one is actually fairly simple. Oh, hi Jill, how are you? Hi Jerry. Thank you everyone for joining. So I'm just talking a little bit about having a positive mindset, and that it just makes your life a whole lot better. That's in a nutshell, because it's less draining on your energy. It aligns yourself to your higher purpose, and you're just more connected to yourself, and you're just more relaxed, you know? Like if you miss your bus, or if the metro breaks down or something like that, and if you're always going to be angry about it, when you can kind of see like, oh, well, I missed my bus, but now I can read an extra chapter of my book, or now I can have that phone conversation with my mom or a loved one that I always wanted to have today. So it's just try to find different ways of seeing the negative and the stressful situations. And I created a little mnemonic device to help me remember. It's NICE, so N-I-C-E. So for N, notice when you're in a bad mindset or in a negative mindset or negative situation. That has to be one of the most important parts to all of this, is to just notice it. Don't judge yourself for being negative. Just acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you are in a negative mindset. Then I, is there a way that you can change and shift your perception from being negative to positive? So is there a way that you can see that there's a lesson out of all of this? And then C, choose to focus on the positive. So you acknowledge that you had your negative situation, your negative viewpoint. I, is there a way that you can see a positive in all of this? C, choose to see that positivity. So make it so as if all you see now is that positivity, all that lesson. And then E, exhale and inhale. Breathing. It seems so simple, but I can't tell you how many times we humans forget to breathe, even though we are already breathing, but I mean really deep down breathing. I love to do like deep breath work, from 3 to 5 deep breaths, especially when I'm in like a negative situation or I find myself going there, to just always take that time to just breathe. Because once you start breathing, you start connecting to yourself, you start relaxing, and then you start thinking about the positive out of the negative, stressful situation. So don't forget to breathe, please. So that's the NICE, the N-I-C-E steps to inviting more positivity into your life. And I love to just have it as simple as just having nice, because it's really easy being nice to yourself, and you can just notice. Then you can, is there a way to find the positive? Choose the positive and then breathe. It's just those simple steps. And sometimes it can be so fucking hard to do. Sometimes it's so hard. But if you just bring yourself back to just noticing those steps, you train your brain to do that more and more, and then it'll just be a switch, like such a quick switch, where instead of all the negative that you're thinking, it's just going to start being positive, and people are going to love hanging out with you, and they're going to want to know, how are you doing it? And I think it's just such a great way to just always invite life into your life, you know, like and good energy. Oh, let me see who. Hi Sarah. Hi Isabel. Hi Asia. Oh, Stevie. Oh, we have some comments. Oh, great. Jill, you just did a video about this also. That's great. Feel more relaxed and connected. Oh, that's great. Using it with angry adolescent children about this. This definitely can work for anyone. Anyone. It could work for the stressed out 9-to-5-er, to the stressed out mom, to just the stressed out human being, because this is real stuff, you know? Like, we're always going to have horrible things that go on in our lives, like death and pain and all of that. But we need to find a way to take all of the hardships in our lives and to see it as a lesson from the universe, to see, why are we going through this? What's my purpose for going through this negative or stressful situation? And sometimes it's not even that huge and that deep and that big, you know. Sometimes it's just like I was saying earlier, it's missing the bus, you know. That's not a life-changing event. Or, you know, sometimes it could be, because I don't know, you know, how things happen. But like, for the most part, we have all this fear and this anger, and we're on such a go, go, go mentality that we just don't stop and breathe and to just see the things around us. And it's just like, I noticed this the other day when I was walking from the mall. I forgot my umbrella because I was at work before, and it started to pour, like downpour, really thick, hard, like drops. And of course I didn't have my umbrella, and I was about like a 10 to 15 minute walk away from home. So in the beginning, I was getting all pissed. I was like, oh my God, now I'm gonna get soaked by the time I go home. My shoes are slipping. Like, I'm gonna catch a cold. That's my mom talking in my head. And so I was just getting very antsy and negative. I'm like, oh, I gotta get through this rain. And then all of a sudden I just stopped, noticed what I was putting out there, how negative I was getting over a rainstorm, and I just decided to change my mindset. I was having a bad day earlier that day, and I decided to see this rainstorm as a cleanse. I needed to wash away all the crap and all the drama that I was going through that day, and this rainstorm was helping me, literally cleansing me of all the shit that I was going through that morning. And I just tweaked my perception just a little bit to make it into a positive experience going home. And I was actually kind of like laughing at myself while I was walking home, because I'm like, oh, I'm so silly. I left my umbrella again. And I just found a little bit more joy in walking in the rain instead of just being a grumpy, high maintenance person, which I'm totally not. But that morning, I just felt high maintenance until I decided to shift my mindset that we need rain. Plants thrive, animals thrive. It's just, we all need it. And it was just a beautiful thing to just cleanse myself, cleanse the environment. And it's just a rainstorm. It's not the end of the world. And so it's so easy to get caught up in our negative emotions, and it's so easy to go down like this downward negative spiral. But it's also just as easy to stop yourself without judgment and say, you know what, I want to find something positive that comes out of all this. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever like been in just a negative mindset where you're just kind of stuck there, and just you don't know how to get out of it, and it's just easier to just complain about it instead of just finding the good that can come out of it? I don't know if anyone resonates with that. Oh, hi. It is so rainy, yeah. Hello. Belly breathing is so good for you. Yes, definitely, Jill. I love belly breathing. Okay, great. That resonates with you guys. Awesome. Great. Okay, great, Sarah. Okay, good. Oh, hashtag work. Yes, when I was at my toxic 9-to-5 job, that resonated with me so much. And even now, like, I work at a wellness studio that does acupuncture and yoga, and sometimes you just get people that just go in there and they are just so stressed out and everything's negative and everything's bad. But then once they come out of like the yoga class, they're just like, oh, bye, Carla, have a great day. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad that worked for you. You know, so we all need our time to vent and to feel the feelings that we are going through, but we shouldn't let those negative feelings control our lives or our emotions. So it's just really easy to just go down that negative spiral, and it's so easy to complain. It just kind of comes out, but it's also very easy to find the beautiful things that are around you and the positive things, and to just notice that there's so much abundance around us and there's so much beauty. And if we just get stuck in the negative, then it's hard to get back out there into the positive. So that's why I created NICE. So just to recap, this is also in on my website. I put the link in the notes section. I created a beautiful PDF that you can print out or that you can have. So it's on my website, www.tribeofwellbeing.com. There's a hyphen between well-being. So I created a beautiful PDF that has the NICE. So it's notice when you're having a negative mindset. Is there a way you can find a positive or a lesson out of it? C, choose that positive thought. Just choose it. And then E, exhale and inhale, because please remember to breathe, because it's so important. And it's just something that sometimes we just forget about. Let's see. Just living is not enough. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. So if you guys have any questions or if this resonated with you, let me know in the comments section. I want to keep this conversation going, and I want to know how you've been able to shift your mindset from a negative to a positive shift, because I want to hear that, and I want to know if you do try this method that I created, that if it works for you. I want to know. So thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to make this a shorter one than the one I did before, but I'm so grateful for everyone joining me today. I really enjoy talking about having a positive mindset, because it's something that's really important, and I think a lot of people really need to have that positive mindset a little more. I think the world would be a little bit happier. But as long as you're happy and you try to shift your mindset into a more positive one, then the law of attraction will be there, because if you start being positive, you will have positive people engaging with you, and that's just a magical thing. Well, thank you again so much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I want you guys to come back to my other Facebook Lives that I'm going to be doing next week. So thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.